Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the collective. My messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. If you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? Welcome to Wednesday. Hey, Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly, what you up to? Miss Kelly, do you know anything about what's happening with the timing, with the prayers, with the faith, with the happiness, with the love? Did you do your prayers this morning? Because for some reason that was very much important. Prayers and protection, you know, whatever that is for you. Y'all see that back there? Coming on and whatnot. Prayers and protection. So that was important this morning. Timing and scheduling, definitely important. Just got into bed. What time is it, Miss Kelly there? Hey, MG, welcome. Hey, Tracy. What time is it, Miss Kelly there? It is 8:21 here. So the timing is important because for some reason, it is just making sure everything gets done. And I don't even want to say for some reason like that. It's just important. Because everything has a schedule, everything has a time. And as y'all know, sometimes things get, you know, off schedule, off timing. But trying to stick to your schedule as close as possible is important. But then other people will throw your schedule off too. So that's another thing because things happen. And then, so it could be something about your attitude, you know, also being a thing right here, right now. Because how do you handle the delays and the stuff that come about when it is out of your control? Hey, Mr. Steele, welcome. Thank you for being here. Y'all, so last night, right, out of nowhere, I got a phone call that said, I'm about to bring something to you, right? Which one, I was like, okay, confused. Why is it that every time I ask God for something, it literally shows up? And this was something simple, but y'all have to be mindful because this is the thing. As I was looking at it, and I remember asking God and saying something about it earlier that day, right? I was talking to my son about it, the youngest one. And so when the oldest one called, the middle one, because the oldest one ain't here, but when the middle one called and said, I'm going to be there, I looked at the little one and I said, do you see what I mean? Like, that ain't nothing but a blessing from God because we had just literally talked about it. But the funny part is as I'm looking at it, right, I'm like, this could either be a blessing or a curse. And it's funny because looking at everything in that manner, remember I said when one thing exists, so does the other. And so that also means like when something comes into your life, we can look at it as, okay, a huge blessing because, okay, say you end up with somebody come to your house and they like, I'm gonna bring you, you know, all of this stuff, da 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 da, whatever it could be that you need, right? I'm gonna say some junk food. How about that? Because we can use that easy. All right, so somebody bring you some junk food. Now, you know, you're gonna be happy because it's like, you know, a lot of stuff, da 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 da. But if you eat all that, you could, you know, be obese, you could get sick, you could da 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 da. That would be the curse. You see what I'm saying? The blessing is that you got the thing, but and it was good, but then on the flip side, okay, so either way, long story short, the point of it is how you handle the situation is what's important here. Let me see y'all over there. Everybody, welcome. Good morning. Grand Rising, Rich Rising, all of that. Hey, Mike. Um, Osim, da 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 da. Good day. All right, good day. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Come on in, please, and thank you. Um, anyway, the point of it is depending upon how the situation gets handled, it could be a blessing or a curse. So take it how it resonates for you. Um, Watch what you're doing right now because everything is important, which also is, the power of life and death is in the tongue. We talk about that all the time, right? Watching what you say. But I also told y'all that I may or may not have said something out loud recently, right? And then it came to pass. It keeps happening, meaning the alignment is definitely perfect for the miracles and the manifestation. And so watch your mouth because speaking things into existence is important. And again, blessings and curses depending upon how you look at it, right? um Reorder, reset. Thank you. Reorder, reset. Remember, we keep saying that that's a thing, right? Because we don't know why. We just start to see patterns, how they develop, and we work our way through them, right? Because this is Earth School. Nobody got a handbook. This is, we're walking in the test or the science experiment, however you want to call it. All right, we are it. Whether or not y'all know it or not, whether or not y'all care, we are it. All right. And so in the process of this, um, we may have, an analyst that can say, if you do this many times, it could look like this. So somebody could predict something. That's why they do like human behavioral studies, right? So take it like this also. Say we were in a simulation. This gonna be a movie plot, okay, y'all? Because y'all know, greatest story never told. I'll be telling them, right? Um, you're in a movie plot, and you know how you always see the movies where like the Maze Runner, where they put you in a maze and then they study you, right? Okay, so this is the same exact type thing. So it ain't original, but it's a different type of situation and scenario. So everybody's just walking around here living their life and everything's just happening the way that it's happening, right? Again, this is a simulation, and this is a movie plot, okay? So for entertainment purposes only, this is a movie plot, but this is what's happening right now. All right. Everybody that's doing what they're doing is doing what they're doing. But mind you, you don't realize that the people are actually really watching. You know they watching, you think they watching, but now you know that you know that you know they watching because we in a movie, and so the movie is playing itself out. You know how they say all the world is a stage. All right, so they said last night, we gonna give y'all something individually. So you, whoever watching, they're gonna give you something that you asked for because they was talking to God, you was talking to God, and they was intercepting, your frequency. So they said, insert house here, insert house here for somebody. Now you're being studied while you're in the house, okay? So we gave them this, we took them out of the slums and we put them in a house over here. So you're being studied, all right? Again, for entertainment purposes only, this is a movie set. So last night some things were brought in and some things were gifted, right? And now it's the elevation because you're being studied even more. Like, what do you do with this section? But the thing is we can't take you too fast because we got to make sure that we clocking the T's and dotting the I's and all of that other stuff. We got to make sure, like, how does your reflexes respond to this? Because whether or not y'all know it or not, a lot of y'all are asking for something, and then as soon as you get it, it's all of a sudden going to be like a panic attack because it's going to be like, oh, is it real, this, that, and the third. That's the way it feels. You know how you never thought you were going to achieve this or gain this or da 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 da. Meanwhile, as soon as it happens, here we are. So it's kind of like a snake shedding their skin. So it's like the old version is being stripped away because it's doing something to you internally because you can feel it. Again, the movie script, and you don't know how it's going to happen because they could just jump out on your ass, and all of a sudden you racing and you're running. But mind you, they didn't do that. They just basically said, I'm going to give you something, so I'm going to upgrade you in a way that is here. But mind you, it's a gifting or something. So maybe it's also like, how I be watching them shows that be having it be like little reels or something, and then it's like a adventure or something, and they'll put you over here with nobody or somebody, and then they start parachuting shit into you. Like when you achieve something, you get a parachute in to get this. Y'all hear that? You get a gift or something brought in, right? Either way, good morning, Chico. Either way, the point of it is there's an upgrade that is being made, and you're being observed by it. Um, hey, so prayers, protection. Thank you. You know how you start ripping and running, and then you forget, like, okay, so this is how my day's supposed to go. I'm supposed to get up, I'm supposed to make my bed, I'm supposed to go brush my teeth, go get in the shower, get out the shower, go back and brush your teeth again, da 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 da, however the plan goes, right? Either way, didn't go that way because things are changing. You may have skipped da 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 da. Don't skip because you'll toss out the things that you think are the most unimportant, like a prayer, when that is the most important. So don't skip the prayers, don't skip the whatever it is, the protection rituals, because it's needed more now than anything. So if you do salt da 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 da, this that and the third in the morning, but now you press for time, make sure your ass still do that salt da 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 da, because that's gonna get you through. If you do your prayer at this specific time, don't skip that prayer, because that prayer is also putting you into the next da 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 da. Because y'all don't understand, or maybe you do, how important these things are also along the course of your day. It sets your day up. All right, so we're going to do our affirmations, because we be doing affirmations. Oh, shit. I didn't even do, are y'all okay over there? Because I didn't secure the thing behind the scenes or anything. Y'all know how I be. I think I did. Maybe I did. Where I be making sure that, y'all don't have extra work for anybody coming in here doing anything they shouldn't be doing, because, everybody is welcome to Wednesday. Happy hump day. Everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's an amazing, beautiful day. All right. And for some reason, it is cold as hell outside, but it still keeps giving me summer vibes, which is crazy because why is that? Like, it's freezing cold outside, but it's giving me springtime, summer vibes. Like, something is not right in the mix or something. What's the temperature where you are, and where are y'all at? I'm in Georgia right now, right? And in Georgia right now, the temperature is 33 degrees, right? And it's cold, like cold, but it smell like a summer day or something, which is this thing. So don't ask me what that is. Okay, I was supposed to be going over here. And I done been up for a long time. Like, my schedule is weird, and this is the other thing. For the past couple nights, the other night I had an excuse because I was doing videos and ads and things of that nature. It's kind of like literally the same thing last night too, but I'm noticing that my window of time is changing, like where you get the most done. Like, you wake up at this time, and then it's like production, go. But then if I am on that schedule, it messes up my rest of my next day a little bit, only because now I need to throw a nap in there somewhere because I done woke up in the middle of the night. But also, after I looked at it, you probably really running on maybe 5 hours of sleep. But mind you, that's all that's needed in the process of you got to do, and you want to do it. But again, the productivity time is changing. So now it just seems like sometimes I wake up 1 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I just went to sleep like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And then, now I'm right back up doing something else. But again, the things that I'm doing, I love to do. But then during this period, like this period, fine though. But whatever happens during the rest of the day. But then it's like whatever your schedule is, and are you able to accomplish or even have that schedule? So it's really up to you as far as, what you're doing. But hey, Vaughn. Hey, Angela. Is that making sense to any of y'all? And have any of y'all schedules changed also? Because what is that about? Um, Mr. Steele said it's 41. Mr. Steele, you still going? In South Georgia. And now I'm over Savannah, Georgia. Okay, because I dealt with. Hold on, Miss Kelly. I'm going to come over there. I need to make sure that y'all, the programming is right, because I didn't put a title or anything. We just came in that, because that's just the way it was being given. Like, we was just kicking it. So I didn't do like any of the customizations to make sure anything is in there right. But for some reason, okay, yeah, I didn't. I was going to say it's looking like, it may have gotten done. Any diary, so y'all should see it. But I didn't do like a poll question or anything in there, so y'all should seen it just changed in there. So I did just go in and fix it. But anywho, just to stay, when you coming back? Well, let me not be in your business, because I never mind, because I'm overstepping my boundaries. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because I don't like for nobody asking me, like, why are you asking me that? So forgive me. That is a real thing. Hey, Lynn, I'm all up in somebody else's business, all right? Let me not do that. You get off. How you get on here? Miss Kelly said, and I feel fabulous. Oh, Miss Kelly, let me go over it because I wanted to see what you said. So Miss Kelly said, okay, because I dealt with some stuff and took a spell from the norm and my usual backwards, and I feel fabulous. Well, we gonna make sure we stay on task and stay focused, because this is important. I said there's plenty of distractions. Mind you, I see it also, because I just be trying to get through. You're forgiven, dear, no problem. Yeah, Miss Kelly. So I don't feel like that's wrong. I feel like that's facts. Yeah, but it's cold over here, Mr. Steele. It's cold, period. But I don't know why it smells like that outside. But it also is giving a little vibe outside. So I don't know what that is, but because it looked like it's gonna rain, but then it looked like it's gonna get sunny. So I don't know how that works, but it's all types of weirdness happening out and around. All right, so let's see. Affirmations. I am grounded, stable, and rooted in my purpose. Everything I need is already within me. I release what weakens me and welcome what strengthens me. My spirit is steady, my mind is clear, and my path is protected. I trust the timing of my life completely. I am building a foundation that cannot be shaken. I choose peace, clarity, and alignment every day. What is meant for me will always find me. I am safe to grow, expand, and evolve. I am supported, guided, and divinely directed. I honor myself by choosing what aligns with my highest good. I stand firmly in my power. Okay, so the other thing. Conversation about it's Tupac, I guess, All Eyes on Me, right? Depending upon what you want to do. So it could be pertaining to like maybe a job situation. It could be pertaining to, family, friends, da 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 da. The usual suspects, right? Anyway, the layout looks like this. So you go for a job or something. We're just gonna leave it at that. And you get the job. um, you are efficient at your job because you understand what your job is, right? Now, the person before you that had your job apparently didn't understand the full and total assignment of the job, because you now are sending things up the pipeline, right? And the people are saying, "Oh, I never saw this before. I never got this." So, now it's landing on some desk, and the people are saying, "I never got this." And who is now sending this? Because, the name keeps coming up. The name keeps coming up. It keeps showing up on multiple different desks, right? Mind you, these people wouldn't even fraternize with you at all, period, because they don't ever show up at the workspace. These is people who are like the CEO or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's just off doing whatever the hell they want to do whenever the hell they want to do it. Meanwhile, back at Bandcamp, the notes though are coming across the desk, and now the people are looking at it. But it's different scenarios with other people, right? And he said, what you say? He said it's just feel like a refreshing fall season with the summer attitude. Yeah, something out there is happening. But anyway, it's a change in the energy, so that's the whole entire total point. But anyway, so it's different people because whatever this particular situation is that you do goes to multiple different people. All of a sudden, you start to notice something because now it's more maybe CCs on the emails or something, or maybe it's more incoming or something, and you're like, it didn't go through the chain of command that it normally would go through. Somehow now you're being sent stuff from the actual, this person. And you don't say nothing, but you take note because just doing your job. You, again, are efficient at what you do, so you just doing whatever you're doing. You're not even, you're just performing the job duties that you were told, and you're good at. You went down the list. You didn't. It's not nothing extra spectacular or anything else. It's basically doing your job and doing your job effectively because you love what you do. Now, if I have to explain this to you, then it's probably not you, because people will go to work and they will say, I'm only doing what my job is. But most of the time, half the time, they don't even know what the hell their job is. And then somebody comes into the job and they'll say, hey, ma'am, can you do da 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 da? And they'll be like, that's not my job description. But mind you, it's that bitch job description. Or, some people will go the extra mile to listen and understand. But it's some people, because whatever the fuck they... Astaghfirullah, I'm gonna watch my mouth and forgive me. Whatever they going through at the house is now, playing a part on their job, performance. And so now you're the problem, although they're forgetting that they're at work and this is their job, and you're the problem though. Either way, so you're doing, your service with a smile, because like, I love it here. This is what I do. Like, hello, welcome. I'm glad you showed up. How can I take care of your problem? Oh, that's what you need? Well, I'm going to give you the extra da 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 because you might not know that. So let me give this to you because it don't cost me nothing to give you whatever that extra, splat is, to put it on there for you to be able to do. Like, that's a person that's exceptional at their job. But most of the people, the kids is getting on my nerves. The bills is high. I need to pay this. I gotta do da 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 da. I forgot I work here. What the hell do you want? Ma'am, I just wanted to let you know, I need to figure out how, like, you made me scared that I done walked in your office. But either way, the higher ups are taking notice. Okay, so apply it to your life. Whatever you could potentially be doing to trigger the system in whatever way you're triggering it, somebody's taking notes. And although these people are taking notes because, some people will be on their job and they be like, they just doing way too much. No, that's their job description. And they just happy to be here because you don't know what happened in that person's life. You just inserted yourself, all willy-nilly. You don't know whether or not the person was struggling, da 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 da, and they just happy to be in this position because thank God, God has given me a way to. But because you're mad at my attitude, I'm very happy, I'm very alert, I'm very aware, I'm very, giving to the people who I'm supposed to be giving to because I work here. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to come to work with a smile. I'm supposed to be at work happy. I'm supposed to be at work being of service. Not mad that you're here because you're now inconveniencing me from doing a whole lot of nothing on the job that I get paid to do. Either way, Leslie, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Anyway, so some other people are now taking notice and something is happening. Either way, I'm going to just leave it at that because that's the way it feels. Something is happening. These people are taking note. It's getting, so a lady runs a business, right? Family Dollar, Dollar General, the $1 store. And right now, again, in the movie, because this is a movie, a lot of them are going out of business and, getting rid of the employees and things of that nature, because that's what happens on the movie when all of this stuff, starts to take place. And so because it's for entertainment purposes, the movie has to kind of mimic, maybe situations or circumstances that take place in real life. So anyway, long story short, as I'm talking to the lady at the manager at this particular establishment, I said to her, every time I come in here, it is so beautiful in this store. It's always well organized. And it's always, there's nothing ever missing. It's always fully stocked. So I said to her, when they move you up, please make sure you still come back to visit your store, because you are the piece to the puzzle that makes this thing magnificent. And, because her numbers are great and everything is doing good. And again, in the movie, we have to mimic real life. Okay, I will be alert. I think there's value in what you say. I have noticed more actively about the place, period. Earth School, hello. So because, that establishment is doing well, because that particular management is doing what they need to do. They take their time because they love their job. They love making sure that everything is right. They take pride in it. They're always there. Like, if there are no employees, they are the employee, they're the manager, they are the stalker, they are, and the only reason why this corporation, talking to the lady and seeing what's happening, because again, this is a movie, but it has to mimic real life. They know that the reason why that establishment is the way that it is because of the person that is in there. Because there's 90,000 other stores in the surrounding area that are all falling apart because of the management sucks. The stores are never, stocked, and everything just always looks a mess. So because that particular management would also fit well in higher management, they will take them and move them out and put them somewhere else. And then normally what happens is the staff will follow that particular management and they won't like it there because somebody else is going to come in and it's their style of management is going to, decrease and not do what the store normally does. So then they'll either figure out if the person is going to be good because they could be better than that person, or they will probably be worse. All right. Which I think they will probably be worse because, again, the state of what's happening in this movie is showing everybody in their location and their, what they're choosing. And it's basically putting a highlight on, like, when you come here, are you serviced with a smile, or when you come here, or are you wicked, mean, and evil? Because everybody's hearts, everybody's emotions, everything is being spotlighted now, right? So another story, in the movie, we got people just pulling out their phones at any given time because, again, the movie mimics life. And so we want to make it as realistic as we can, right? So as you're watching the movie, you notice somebody pulled out their phone. And so you, because you are discreet, you like to know that you can sneak around, but somebody could possibly be watching, right? And the very moment when you think that you get ready to get away with what you did, voila, here we come with the footage, right? Okay, so you could be undercover, whatever, the Alphabet Boys, right? And you could just be getting ready to go take a service, a envelope, a letter, some type of certification, I don't know, to somebody. You got to deliver this, right? Because apparently they're using the Alphabet Boys now instead of, I thought it was the constable, but in the movie, for entertainment purposes, it was the general Alphabet Boys, right? And so they're going to go serve somebody something. So while they pulling up to go serve somebody something, they don't realize that in the movie that, people are just always whipping out their phone, because when they see some, and you think that's suspicious, is that suspicious? It's normally suspicious, right? So in the process of this movie, when he goes to take and serve the lady, somebody pulls out their phone, because, we be quick to pull out our phones, right? We might not go save nobody or help nobody, but we gonna whip them phones out to make sure World Star get that, because you gotta get the footage, right? Get the footage. Anyway, so the person got the footage when they pulled up, but the official doesn't know, right? So either way, they go serve the summons, but mind you, they stayed a little too long. Maybe had some coffee and donuts. I don't know, because again, we're just assuming here, right? But for all intents purposes, the person outside, they got the footage with the timestamp that says, it took this amount of time. Like, I got you going in. It was like 11:30 when you went in there, and you didn't leave until 1 o'clock. It take you how long to serve a notice? Anyway, long story short, in the movie, you got the officer or the security person, messing with because, the houses is boarded up and everything else. And they know that it's a known 304, I think that's the term, that lives there. Okay. So we don't know. We just piecing everything together. Meanwhile, from the other people's point of view, because you know how in the movies they show you this person's point of view and this person's point of view. So this person may or may not got this licked. Like, we know what you was in there serving. Either way, but inside of the house, you'll see, like, it took a little long because maybe the lady was, having whatever issue. And on the real, nothing happened. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to show you every aspect of whatever it is, but you done already got tried, you done already got convicted, and you done already, the key done been thrown away on you, because from the outside looking in, we already got the footage. World Star, we saw you when you pulled up. We know what's there. You've been in there too long. You guilty. But when it pans to inside, it's a different scenario. So unless somebody's recording or unless something gets done inside of there, then you don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. All we know is what the person outside's footage says, because that's the one that we got, and that's the one that we have to listen to and believe, right? That's the one that our eyes are going to believe. Nobody's ever going to believe that you went inside of da 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 da. But meanwhile, what if it's the other version, vice versa, and you get the actual footage and then the body cam is left on by accident? Go figure. I was sneaking and I thought I was getting ready to get away with this, but meanwhile, the camera footage from outside, because we all, and it could be caught from 63 different angles. It could be the person that's sitting here that's recording. It could be the Ring camera that's recording. It could be the Ring camera, the camera that's up in the sky, I Spy, private eye in the sky. That camera, whoa, just went through this ordeal. Well, it's important for us to also know that we can't just jump in. Like, this is the internet society, right? And so we will all go to a person's post or something, and then there's a thing called sound bites, right? It's where they'll take a little clip from, this person, what they said, and then they'll play it, and then it'll sound horrible, right? So this morning, soundbite, and it could be everything that the lady said, right? That could have just been the end all, the it, and that's it, right? But I don't know. For some reason, in the process of me thinking that it was a soundbite, it made me think that don't go making a comment on something if you don't know that this is a sound bite or what the lady said. So I shared it, right? Period. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I woke up in the middle of the night, laid on that chair, right? Fell asleep doing something. Woke up in the middle of the night, picked this fan up, and turned it on and cooled myself off and laid back and went right back to sleep. So now I gotta pull the footage from the cameras, the house cameras, because I gotta see this shit for myself. Like, girl. But just so y'all know, I don't be playing about this fan. All right. So when I tell y'all get y'all one, because it's the truth. I know y'all be thinking I'm just trying to sell y'all something, but y'all see this fan more than anything. In this little room, because now the sun is coming out. So now this little room is about to start baking up. But I like being in here, though. It's like a little sauna. Anyway, everybody, unless the footage is running, and now the body cam shows that, oh, it was a little bit of, da 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 happening or not, you gonna get what you gonna get, okay? Um, May the blessings of this day come to pass and lift you all above all your current challenges. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later, Mr. Harmon. Talk to you later, Mr. Steele. And also, y'all, I want to say condolences to Jessica because I have to call her, but something is going on with the phone. She tried to call me last night, and the phones was acting weird, so I just went with, whatever that was. But if you're listening, I will be calling you as soon as I figure out what's up with the connection because something's not right. I got my cameras from. Oh, talk to you. And period. You got the cameras. Were they nice? He ordered cameras off the page. Anyway, y'all, the TikTok shop down there. Click that link down below. That's what I got to say all the time. Click that link down below everywhere. All right. But it's important for you to know that anybody and anything could be watching. Morals and judgment and character is important because guess what? Everybody's snitching on everybody. And not that y'all should have good morals and character because everybody's snitching on everybody, but even when you think you're going to get away with something, you're not. It's being uncovered. It's being told for a reason. Because, everybody then got away with saying they're this or, acting like this. But when you get caught, that's a thing. But also don't be too hasty to be upset with somebody if you hear a soundbite of something. Because, again, okay, let me see if I can play it. Because it's probably going to sound bad, but, again, be mindful that we don't know what else went along with this. All right? Matter of fact, I don't even know if I want to play it. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna play it. So the lady basically was saying that they wanted somebody, and she wanted to make sure it went very slowly in the process because she wanted them to feel that happening, right? Which would be very, very cruel. Because she said nobody should have empathy for anybody, right? But the thing is, and we can talk to any of the spiritual people, but the other version, because spiritual is the legal word to say, the other one is not. So the other side of y'all, the people who have the book, right? And so it's starting to be a thing where they're saying that it's starting to shed light on their real natural behavior, but y'all do realize it's just always been that way. And again, I don't want to place judgment on the person because it could be a soundbite. It could be something that wasn't, said in that demeanor, but because they clipped it right here and that's all you got, you get a wicked, evil, oh, she wants somebody to be da 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 da. But meanwhile, you don't get the other section of she said, these people did this. And, and if that's how they were handling it, then maybe it should be, I don't know what she said. So I don't even know. All I know is I heard it. And the reason why I'm even bringing it up is because I even debated on if I should share it, because honestly, I didn't want nobody thinking that, I thought that it was cool. But also in the process, I said I share a lot of shit that I don't want nobody thinking that I think is cool. But I be sharing it for knowledge that people are just, hearing around, but somebody else before her. So I shared the thing before them, which was another person explaining it and breaking down like history and some parts that, I deemed to be true as well. And so I shared that part. So after I thought about it, I should also share the other part, because there are people that even if that's what she said, it should be shared. So that way people know that that is her demeanor. But again, I was going to go and put a comment on it, but then I thought, I don't know if that's a soundbite. I don't know, because my comment probably would have been, probably not the best comment. Meanwhile, here I go, all unprovoked, ain't have nothing to do with nothing. Don't know what the story is. What they say when you was a kid, all in the Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. And so I didn't want to be all in the Kool-Aid and not knowing the flavor, because I was going over there with red and it could have been grape. So sometimes it's best to, sit back and observe and see, even if it's relevant to your life. Is it relevant or is it not? That may not even be relevant to me, because little do y'all know, I'll be sharing shit so fast sometimes, I don't even go back and look at it. Like it instantly, from the beginning it catches me and I can hear, da 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 da. Okay, that sounds good. Let me go and share it. And then, right behind that, the other thing that'll make me actually go back and look at it is TikTok has a thing that they're testing called footnotes. And so they'll say you have footnotes to rate. I'll go look at the footnote and then TikTok will tell me, oh, it's this, it's that, or the other thing. But then there is also the flip side of that, because I could be just very well being used as a pawn, because it said this, but then the people said that's not true because this is what it is. I didn't go look because I didn't care. But it put me on notice that, okay, they told you it was this, but meanwhile, everybody is saying that it's this. So I don't know. I don't know who's the liar in the situation. I didn't want to insert myself. I just left. So there's also that too. You could just not even, entertain it, think about it, deal with it. You can go on and get and everything else, and it not have any effect on your life or bearing of anything. So just be mindful of, there's a few things happening in life. If you are experiencing a slowdown, know that it's important for you to slow down. But if you're experiencing a slowdown and it don't feel right, to the tune of, nah, push harder, because, it be times when sometimes, you need to go, they know you need to go. But if it's not given, because I want to say in a spiritual sense, like, we halt when it's, signs and synchronicity saying it's time to halt, right? So we just pump our brakes a little bit. We don't, push when, but sometimes your spirit says, push that door harder. Push that door harder. You can do more. You're right at the tip of, but even in the process, I'm gonna just hold you right here in this bubble. But while you're in this process, in this bubble, do that business idea that you were thinking of. Put them things together. Like, what do you need for this, for that idea? What do you need for this catering? What do you need for, any situation, circumstance that you're about to enter into? One of the things that I noticed is in this season, everything that I am utilizing and needed is being dropped off. And that's a real thing, like right to me. And how that happened, just kept following synchronicities and signs. And although some of it made me think, okay, maybe this the direction, do this, but then it was funny because, so like, even like this, y'all know the palette things that I be doing sometimes, right? So one of the palettes showed up and it just had all of this stuff on it, right? Everything that was relevant for now, down to the tune of, this made me laugh. So some little tires were in there, right? And I'm like, I don't know what the hell these tires are, but to further inspection, they were some tires that I think also came off the TikTok shop, but they were small tires for a lawnmower or for like a ATV or something like that, right? Didn't know, nothing about these tires. I just know that they was in my damn way, and I just wanted them going, right? So I put them up, not thinking nothing of them. Didn't look it up. Didn't really too much care. $40, you can get them because they're in my, like, everything is clutter and it's doing something to me. $40. And this was early on, before I even was paying any mind, right? So anyway, long story short, the man showed up. He gave me more than $40. He gave me $100. Remember I told y'all about that? Yeah. All right. So anyway, I'm in the back because, I'm always on my lawnmower. When I like being outside. Lawnmower is the thing. But sometimes I got a zero turn. So I'll be doing some zero turning that I shouldn't be doing. I'm going to be honest, okay? I may be a little reckless on it because I'll be handling business, right? I'll be pushing shit that I know I should not be doing, okay? Anyway, got a slow leak in the tire. So now I'm debating on what I got to do. Do I got to change this tire or because I don't know really what I need to do, but I just don't like the fact that it's going flat. So now I got to air it up before I can go outside. Long story short, I'm thinking I could just get the tire fixed because I think it's at the bottom. Not really sure, but I go to look up the tires. $349 is what these tires cost. They was just here. But my tire didn't have a hole in it at the time, so I didn't care about it. Didn't need it, didn't know I needed it. But the universe knew I was going to need it, so they were sending it to me early. But again, I didn't know why. All I knew was it was a heavy-ass box that was, getting on my nerves. Meanwhile, now I need that tire. Further advancements, a lot of the stuff that y'all see and things of that nature was all brand new affiliate things, got sent right to me. So I was able to do a lot of videos and produce a lot of different stuff because I had already been sent some of the products. Some of the products I haven't even actually went through yet and posted it because it was just a lot, but came right to me. So the direction basically said, you can get rid of it or you could do this with it, which will multiply into something bigger, or you can do it here one time. I mean, so again, like stuff like this. This is all this stuff, right? Which I'm sure I can find this in there. I'm sure I can find this in there. I'm sure I can find this in there, right? Mind you, none of it's open. All was in the pallets and things of that nature. I just took my case off my phone because I need to put another case on it. Not for certain. This is a cute little case. I just grabbed it. See what I'm saying? I just grabbed the box and kept on pushing. Mind you, it's just still in the cases and shit like that. So I gotta literally go through it. And like when I find stuff that's actually on there, then I can utilize it. But I'm telling y'all, for some reason, it's almost like the universe already knew ahead of time. Like, okay, this is that, this is this, this is what's going to happen. I had to start seeing the signs and, trying to figure it out. And whether or not it is, working fast enough for me is also another thing, because that is a thing. The point of it is you can either see it, you can either take it and go, or you cannot see it, you cannot take it and, still go. The point of it is it's there. It's being given. It's being shown. And whether or not, you deem it to be real or not, them don't fit. Whether or not other people deem it to be real or anything else, you continue to get proof in everything that you do, about the situation. Pay attention. That's the biggest thing. And keep your focus. because that's what's going to get us through this next phase, because a lot of stuff is about to change. And I'm sure a whole lot of y'all already feel it, a whole lot of y'all already know it, and a whole lot of y'all already been thinking it. Now, whether it be for the best or for the worst, you know, it is happening at the same damn time. And so you just have to figure out where you want to put yourself at in the higher grand scheme of things. You want to be a victim or victorious. So it's 3 times K cleaning cloth. So one of them must have fell out of here or something. So I gotta go find it. But either way, I got a bunch of stuff like this that I need to go through and look at and see which parts of it I need to either, you know, be advertising or something of that nature. So I love y'all, and thank y'all for everybody that is on my TikTok that has been tapping that button. I need to get one of them little screen tappers that just do the tapping for me. I need to do that. Miss Kelly, what you said? Hold on, let me go over here. And y'all know what? It's so funny because things that, like, I was listening to something today and it just don't feel the same. And that's so crazy because I'm like, well, shit, you really are changing, because that normally be the thing that gets you hyped. Now it's just like a smooth sailing, cool, laid back type of vibe. Something, I don't know, something in the air. Oh, and then because when I said reset, y'all do know that that means endings and beginnings again, right? So whatever that could mean for you, y'all already know. Don't be out here trying to hold on to something that ain't meant for you to hold on to. Enjoy the ride, okay? Enjoy the experience. The best feeling comes from when you know that it's just the experience. Don't let it be something that, you know, you hold tight and hard to your heart to where it does something, you know, traumatizing to you or something later. It's an experience. Enjoy it, love it, let it go when it's time. Go on and get. Some people ain't gonna understand that, but you know, for the ones that get it and then the ones that understand, it's gonna get you into a whole lot quicker places, a whole lot faster when you do. Out with the old and in with the new. In all facts. How's your day going too, Chico? Change to beautiful. I appreciate what I'm shifting into. It's not perfect, but it's amazing all the same. And it is. That's the part that I keep trying to tell everybody. Even like when I said the other day, and I was serious, and then it was funny because it came right up to me. I said, I'm going to utilize the momentum to do everything that I need to do, right? Because if this is how, you know, it's happening and I'm woke here and supposed to be asleep this time and doing, just use the schedule, right? And do what needs to be done. Don't bitch about it. Don't complain about it. Just do it because you see where the blessings coming in. I'm good working on this cold hump day. I know, right? Because I went outside already too, and it's cold. It don't make no sense. Utilize the energy for, you know, whatever it is. And so nap when you can. And that's the other thing, because when you're building success, and just so y'all know, I did this before, because when I did it with the trucking company, right, putting it together, when I was first putting the trucking company together, it was long, it was tough, it was fun. It was long nights. I was crying a little bit. I was happy a little bit. I was impatient a little bit. It was a lot of things happening, right? But I was reading, I was learning, I was doing all types of stuff. But mind you, I didn't have no teacher or any of this. This was me teaching myself how to do trucking because I'm already in trucking and shit. Make it or break it, right? I needed that. Same thing as now. Either way, during that time, I can remember feeling very uncomfortable. Feeling uncomfortable because I didn't know if this was going to work. I'm in a place where I don't have no family here. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make my payment, my next payment. Like, this is the shit, right? But you're in the middle of this. Mind you, I'm banking on myself. So it don't matter. I know I got to do this, right? And I put in the time. I put in the work. I did everything that I needed to do. And then that particular thing started making me so much money. And like I even said during this time, and it's still everything feeling the same, still going through the exact same, now it's rebuilding, now it's rebranding, now it's doing something that nobody else is going to have their hand in. Nobody else, showed me this is what I'm doing, period, da 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 da, right? And so when it does what it's supposed to do, when it blows the way it's going to do, that's all my responsibility, right? And so even if I'm tired, even if I could, have bags and this, that, and the third, da 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 da, the thing that I'm working on and the thing that I'm building and what I can do in the end is going to be worth every bit of it. Can be fixed. Literally popped up to me today and they were showing how literally it's like a little da da and you don't even see the cut or anything. Guess what? I'm not against anything that needs to be done to help benefit me, help better me, and it aligns with my purpose. It aligns with the thing that I'm supposed to do. So you handle it now, take care of it later. Either way, I got stuff that I'm supposed to do. So we're going to do that and we're going to worry about everything else later. So I'm going to adjust to whatever is taking place right now and I'm going to ride the wave because guess what? It's working. Even if it's a little bit at a time. A little bit. Where Mr. Still go? He left. He said first it turns into a trickle. It starts off as a trickle and then it starts into flow and then it turns into overflow. Nothing can stop me. I'm on my way up. Or nothing can stop you. You're on your way up. If you know what you're doing is the direction and that's what you're supposed to do, don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing get in your way. Keep doing that thing. Because clearly it's working out. I had a whole company this morning come over here and tell me how good of a video I did. Like the whole company. So if not for nothing, I was pretty fucking psyched about that because, but also you don't even realize, or maybe they don't even realize, right? The fact that now that I done seen them and also now I figured out how maybe a couple other people have now got to where they're watching. It's also making me want to be very, very more cautious and like, okay, you can't be cussing because your brand is, do you want that as your brand? I mean, I want people to know that I be cussing, but I don't want that to be my brand. You see what I'm saying? Like, because I could cuss. But I don't want that to be their first impression when they come to me and they say, can we get you to do da-da-da-da-da? Everybody should know that, yeah, she real no nonsense. Don't play with her. You could get cussed out, but she know how to act. So if you get cussed out, then, you probably did something to her. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm going to check myself because it's important to my life. It's important to my lifestyle. It's important to so many different things, but that's the life that I'm choosing. Because on another note, I just had a whole trucker life. Guess what? And I didn't care. Because even when the people called me saying whatever they were saying, da-da-da-da-da, it kind of fit. So it matters now. It should maybe have mattered then. Are you going to be mad at me if I tell you the truth and tell you that it didn't? Or are you just going to accept it? Because, somebody might be mad. Well, she didn't care. I didn't. Do you want me to tell you the truth or do you want me to lie? I told you, it wasn't until I heard it myself on the beginning, but it's never until when you hear it is when you're meant to hear it. When you see it is when you're meant to see it. Everybody else could say how it's not attractive, it's this, that, and the third, it's da-da-da-da-da. Everybody else can tell you that outside of you, but until it pings off of, your brain, or until God puts it in there, then it's not going to matter what anybody says. It's just going to be what it's going to be. So I told y'all how I came about that the other day. Like, ma'am, that's not what you want. And so I'm thankful for that too. There's growth. There's elevation. It means that you're not too old to learn something. Look at God. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. So with that, I will leave y'all on be awesome at what you do. Don't be mediocre. Don't be average. Don't be, I'm just here. If you work at McDonald's, be the best, whatever the hell that is, with a smile. Like, because I go to McDonald's every day, either to get a drink or something or the another, right? Meanwhile, people can say what they want to do about the drink, and I shouldn't be drinking soda, but McDonald's got the best one. So when I pull up and I can hear who it is, he said he just had some. I'm going to get some coffee. That's what I'm about to do. When I pull up, I can hear who's on the thing, right? And it's normally this girl or this dude that I will be talking to every time I go through there. But I love talking to them. I love the fact that they, recognize my voice as well. So they know the minute I start talking, it's me. But I love their attitudes. So at the end of the day, if you work there, just everybody needs to start paying attention, because right now people ain't got a job. People wish they had them same damn jobs that they was out here just being nasty to people on. And you can listen or you don't have to, but at the end of the day, when there are so many people that could, slide into your position really, really quickly and would have a better attitude at it, that's not one of them things where you can say, okay, there's only one you. Because, yeah, there is only one you, but there's so many people that can do this damn job because, it's McDonald's. And all you got to do is have a great attitude and want to be here. And right now, all I got to do is find the, person with the bills that need to be paid the most and offer them a little more extra. So, fuck around and act like you don't want it. And so that's why I tell people, like, people don't realize it don't matter what job I do. I'm going to do it the best, because it's going to give the best energy. It's also going to be what puts out the best, circumstances or the best responses or the best, whatever it is you're wanting. Because I see that you appreciate this. I can give you more. And I tell y'all all the time, we do more with less. People will say, oh, well, I did this with it. Well, I did that with nothing. I still had to figure out how to get it done. You need to know how to stream. Well, yeah, it should be done like this, but guess what? We're going to do it the best way we can. And eventually, guess what? I'll be able to buy the top of the line, streaming shit. But you have to start with this, because, we know where you want to go. We know what you want to do. But as of now, how bad do you want it? And at what cost? Because right now it's costing sleep. But mind you, again, I told you I like to do it. So it's not like, I'm just out here doing something that I don't want to do. No, I like doing it. I like creating content. I like it. It's art. Because little do y'all know, like, especially when it comes to those sales videos and things of that nature, like, it's got to catch somebody's attention. And then now I got to pull you on in to make you seal the deal, because of course you can put it in your cart, but how do I, get you to take that on home? Same as life. You can always will them into the cart, the woman, the man, how do I get you to be loyal, faithful, your best, whatever, with me? So we will you in by, taking off a couple pair of pants or a couple pair, whatever it is you're going to do, push them up, take them down, however you're going to do it. That's how you will it in. Pull out your money, you know what I mean? Pull up a nice car. Same scenario. But, am I going to take the bait? What do I need to, reel it on in, seal the deal? And that's how you got to look at life sometimes, even, like as far as yourself. What am I going to do? What do I need to do to bring this thing into wholeness? Into where I'm happy, where I am, what I'm doing, and it is enough for, everything that I want in life. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. So, to each his own. Everybody do what they will. But if it costs you something that you're not willing to give, then what? Because that's also a thing too. Because remember when I talked to y'all and I told y'all, I had a guy that told me one time, and I think he was a pastor or something, but he ended up telling me one time to make sure that if anybody offered any assistance to make sure of what type of assistance, because, you know, he was giving me a heads up because he said he wished that, you know, somebody would have did that for him. So apparently that gives me a little inkling that maybe he got took for something. As long as it don't cost me my peace. Girl, you said a mouthful there. Exactly. And that's what that man was basically saying. That some people will come along to offer you something, but meanwhile, they got a whole nother set of, you know. But I said before, there's only one you in this energy. So that's the one that I need. You feel me? So that's another thing. If you make yourself irreplaceable, invaluable, or is that the word? Make it so that, you know, you gonna lose out if you ain't got this. Like, you're a hot commodity. Like, if they know that other people can get a hold of you and this is what it is, like, you know, it's only one of these things. So I need to make sure I pay top dollar for this thing, and I need to make sure I take care of it because, you know, I cherish it, and I know that it could, you know, be worth something else to somebody else. And shit is only worth what you're willing to pay for it. That's anything. You know how somebody be like, oh, I got this and it's just worth $10 billion. To who? Because I ain't going to buy it. I don't think it's worth that. But then they may find something that's worth $10 billion to me. You see what I'm saying? Just because somebody else thinks that it's worth that, because my brother going to tell you it's worth $40. Okay? So, in case y'all don't know, that's the going price for anything. But it's only worth what you're willing to pay for it. So there's that. Anyway, talk to y'all later. I'm cracking up. And just so y'all know, I do have appointments. Okay, period. How long I've been here? I do have appointments on my schedule for coaching if it's anything y'all have ever thought of. All you have to do is email me, and the links are where they at. All right, so there's that. Love y'all, and we'll talk to y'all later.